Dear all, welcome to yet another session. Dr. R.S. and you, Science of Cosmetics and Personal Care Products. So, in this session, part 35, we are going to discuss very briefly on zeta potential and biphasic system. What is zeta potential? So, this is a very important parameter when it comes to biphasic systems, emulsions and suspensions. So, I want to just introduce this to you so that when we discuss on the stability of suspensions and emulsions, I can mention zeta potential, right? So, zeta potential. So, this is, we have finished 32 parts, which is, and 33 was the review. In that I was telling what have been completed, a review, and what I will be covering in future, right? Kindly go to part 33 and review so that you will know what we are going to cover subsequently. Thank you for the help of reviewing 33. So this is part 35. So zeta potential and biphasic system, suspension and emulsion, right? Why it's biphasic? So it contains suspension or the biphasic liquid dosage form in which the finely divided solid particles ranging from 0.5 to 5 microns are dispersed in a liquid. Calamine lotion, right? Typical calamine lotion. Calamine is dispersed in water. Then liquid makeups, the pigments are dispersed in water. So these are all suspensions. They are biphasic because liquid is there and the dispersed phase is there, the dispersion medium is there. They are biphasic. If salt is dissolved in water, it is monophasic. Only one phase is there, right? So that is a biphasic. Then an emulsion. Emulsion is always two phase. A typical cosmetic emulsion is between oil and water. Oil and water. So as a cosmetic emulsion, creams, lotions, we can define an emulsion as a biphasic liquid preparation containing two immiscible liquids, one of which is finely dispersed as a minute globules in the other, right? We have oil, water. So water can be the continuous phase and oil dispersed in water. This is oil in water emulsion. We will discuss this later. I just want to, or oil can be there and water droplets dispersed in oil. This is water in oil emulsion, right? So this type of, so basically what is happening here is we have a dispersed phase and a dispersion medium, right? So emulsions we will study separately. Here I want to just introduce you to a term called zeta potential, right? So we will come to zeta potential. What is zeta potential? Zeta potential is the difference between, is the potential difference between the dispersion medium and the stationary layer of fluid attached to the dispersed particle. The stationary layer of fluid attached to the dispersed particle. This is very important. So very fastly, see, this is the dispersed particle, right? This is the dispersed particle. This is negatively charged, okay? this is negatively charged. Okay, so this is negatively charged and it forms an electrical double layer. So after that, positively charged particles are tightly packed, stern layer, and then positively charged particles are loosely packed. That is the slipping plane. That is called the slipping plane. So now, when you make it all depends upon the emulsifier charge, right, and the particles. So now the particle, the dispersed particle can take any charge, right, based on the environment of the dispersion medium. So if for example, if it takes the negative charge, okay, there will be positive charge around it, very compactly packed stern layer and slipping layer. So in the electrical double layer, the potential of this layer is called the zeta potential. Potential of the slipping layer, the potential of the slipping layer is the zeta potential, right? Now, how this zeta potential is important? The zeta potential is important because zeta potential is a key indicator of the stability of colloidal dispersion. Colloidal dispersion is the fine particles dispersed in a continuous medium. It can be an emulsion, it can be a suspension. Okay. The magnitude of zeta potential indicates that the degree of electrostatic repulsion between adjacent similarly charged particles in a dispersion. When the particles are similarly charged, what they will do? They will repel. So this repulsion keeps the particle in the dispersed state. For molecules and particles that are small enough and have high zeta potential will confirm stability. That is, the solution or dispersion will resist aggregation. Right? So the zeta potential is very, very important in the sense that the charges on the dispersed phase and will not allow the other particle to coalesce because they are same charge, so they repel. Since they repel, they are always in the suspended stage. This is one of the theories of emulsion, and this is where the zeta potential helps. Okay. So 0 to 5, if the zeta potential is there, rapid coagulation or flocculation. 10 to 30, instability is there. 30 to 40, moderate stability. Zeta potential 40 to 60, good stability. More than 61, excellent stability. Okay. This is one thing, right? So emulsions with good zeta potential and the particle size much more smaller particle size and good zeta potential ensures better stability, because the dispersed water or oil, whatever it is, phase will not get together and coalesce. So because of the charge, they always repel. See, this happens even in suspensions. When the suspension, the solid particles, right? The solid particles which are suspended, they can take a charge. That charge, based on the continuous phase, the the polymers used and the wetting agents used, all those things contribute to the charge on the dispersed phase, right? So what happens? That charge also keeps the particles in the suspended state, right? This is very important. Whether it's an emulsion where oil particles or water particles are dispersed, or if it is a suspension where the solid particles are dispersed in a liquid, there also the zeta potential plays a very important role. Okay, higher the zeta potential and smaller the particle size, greater is the emulsion stability. Now this is one concept. So in case of suspensions also, the suspended particles, if they are sufficiently charged, if the particle size are reduced and at the same time adequately protected by other polymers, right, suspension, then the suspension stability is very good. Sometimes when the other external environment doesn't stabilize the suspension properly, what happens? The particles, even though have a sufficient charge, starts settling down, and when it starts settling, even the particles start repelling, and in the process squeezes out the water, and then these charged particles form a much more harder cake, right? So those cakes are very, very difficult to redisperse. So in a suspension we should have adequate charge, at the same time we should have sufficient polymeric emulsifier or polymers protection, and we have to combine the formulation in a way that the particles don't settle at all. There are other factors also play a very important role. In case of suspension, there are two processes that can also be also happens and used for its own benefit. The two processes are the coagulation and flocculation. Okay, these two are done by neutralizing the charged particles, right? What happens in coagulation? It's basically, coagulation is done to remove the suspended impurities from water, right? But in flocculation we need an emulsion, a suspension which will not cake. So what happens? Neutralize the charge of the particles. So bring the zeta potential between 0 to 5 and allow the particles to just settle. So in this process of settling, what will happen is they will flock together, and in the process they don't form a hard cake, right? These flocks of particles can be easily redispersed, can be by just shaking, it can be easily redispersed. This is called a flocculated suspension, widely used in pharmaceuticals because this process prevents hard caking. Caking is the hard the particles settling and forming a hard cake at the bottom, which very difficult to shake and redisperse, that is caking. So flocculation will not allow caking to happen. So what happens? By shaking you can get uniform dose of medications, right? Shake well before use. So the flocculated particles, this can be tried in case of cosmetic products also, suspensions like liquid makeups. But see, in a pharmaceutical environment people accept some particles down and pure water up and shake well before use, but the aesthetics, when something has settled down and water is up, we have to educate the personal care consumer that this is a suspension where you have to shake it well and then take it for application. It can be a liquid makeup, right? That is flocculation. Also give alum treatment to water so that the suspended particles the charges get neutralized and then the particles settle, right? So there is a fine distinction between coagulation and flocculation. In a pharmaceutical suspension or a cosmetic suspension, we don't want coagulation and salting, caking, coagulation and caking, right? We don't want that. Flocculation is acceptable. So with finer techniques, by adjusting the zeta potential to near to zero and using appropriate polymers, we can flocculate the particles. We can flocculate the particles so that flocculated particles can be redispersed easily. So every time you shake, use it. So equal dosage is caking. Once a suspension cakes, it is very difficult to redisperse. So some of the formulation and pharmaceutical formulations, you can see the flocculated suspensions, right? You understood flocculated suspensions. So that is the difference between a coagulation and a flocculation. So this is what I wish to share with you on zeta potential. Okay. So zeta potential can be measured. There are zeta sizers, equipment by which you can measure the zeta potential, right? So now this is what about zeta potential. I want to just introduce zeta potential to you all, so that when we discuss, it will be easier for you to understand, right? So this is another aspect which will be again coming when we discuss suspensions and emulsions, zeta potential. So please, everybody should go through this, just to get introduced. You can take more literature about zeta potential and you can also read about zeta potential. Okay. Thank you for listening to this video, and then we will get connected to the next video, part 36. Till then, bye. Be safe, be healthy, be happy. Bye.